Hi guys, it's the old bull here, CSO from Playable Games. In real life, my name's Jonathan Bosanquet, and I'm one of the founders of Playable Games. It is with great pleasure today that I bring you something very special. This is the Forever Node, and it's been something I've been working on for a long time. It's been a dream of what I wanted to do with Playable Games, and we wanted to take it from being just a normal node project and jettisoning it way into the future of being the best node project in the crypto market. And what it actually does is it gives you ongoing passive income forever. Now, by forever, I mean as long as Playable Games is in business. So obviously I can't see forever into the future, but considering my two boys are in their early 20s, it could be for a very long time. This could be a fantastic project to be getting involved in. So let's have a look at what we've got. So this is a message to our core supporters at Playable Games, and that is our node owners. And what we wanted to do was to change this up so it actually really gives you something special. So the journey so far. So from day one, Playable Games has been different. No VC investors, no restrictive bank loans. This project has been funded entirely by you, our community. It's funded by the node owners, the gamers, and obviously the believers. So we're building a decentralized gaming ecosystem where the community shares in the success, and that's what we want to talk about today. We want to, as we get closer to the 50,000 nodes sold, right, that's our goal, is to sell all of our 50,000 nodes. One question keeps coming up more than anything else, and that is, what happens at the end of this 10-year period? So we started in February 2022, and we're now just coming into the end of 2025. So we've almost completed 4 full years. And in one more cycle, we're going to have 2 more years left of the bull coin coming out. And the question is, what people have been asking is, what's going to happen after that? What's going to happen to the 2030s, the 2040s, and 2050s? So our token distribution schedule was created for simplicity. We purposely staggered the outflow of Bullcoin at 5 billion a year to allow us to build our utility. And so as we come into the end of year 4 now, we're going to have 20 billion coins out, and we've actually now started to get some real utility coming through. And as we bring more gamers into the ecosystem, the NFTs and everything is going to start selling. So the node distribution is split equally between the node owners and the company. Of course, the question always comes up, what happens after those 10 years? So we expect to have a much bigger library of games. We're heading at the 10 years, we expect to have 30 games under the Playable Games banner, and they'll be made up from games we've built ourselves, games we've purchased outright from devs that are needing money, and games that devs build outright and then bring to our ecosystem to put onto our ecosystem. So we could go the normal route and promise a portion of the gas fees, and that's always been the plan. You're going to get a portion of the gas fees. And one of the things we're going to do is set that gas fee at $1. So every transaction going through, if you're buying an NFT or you're transferring a large sum of Bullcoin or whatever, there'll be a $1 transaction fee, and that transaction fee will go back to the node owners. All right, but we wanted to do much better than that. We've worked hard to make Playable Games not just a good idea, but we want this playable node to be a no-brainer. So our current benefits have put us at the forefront of node ownership already, but we never want to stop working. All right, we really want to do this, as I said, bigger and better than what we've done before. So how do we make the value of a node last not just for a few years, but for decades? How do we ensure that your belief in us continues to be rewarded long after that final bull coin has been minted? So at the moment, we have a 50% reward going to the node owners and a 50% reward going to the company. The company uses this to pay staff, run the actual operations, pay all of our bills, exchanges, all those sort of things, market makers, all the things we have to pay to run the business. And 50% obviously goes to node owners. So your playable node is designed to be a long-term passive reward generator. The reward structure is going to evolve from just coin distribution to a direct reward in the success of the whole ecosystem. So currently we've got coin distribution. So the 10 years from 22 to 32. So what is that? That's the current system, 50,000 nodes. And as they put as the coins come out, those coins are equally divided amongst the nodes. So to ensure a wide and fair distribution of Bullcoin, we're fostering a large and engaged community. So we want this 50,000 nodes out there because that actually means that the ecosystem is distributed, and by being distributed, it's really safe. So the whole point of a distribution network is that if one country decides to ban playable games from it, the network will still function in the other countries. And we've seen that with Bitcoin. We've seen countries ban Bitcoin over the last several years, and all they do is ban themselves from Bitcoin. It's actually a really useless thing to do. Of course, they come back. So you helped us build this. You will forever own a piece of its success. So after the 10-year Bullcoin distribution, 50% of all playable games company net profits will be distributed directly to the node owners. So the finer points of this obviously have to be actually legally nutted out. We've talked to our lawyers already. This is all legal. We've found a way to do it that's going to be quite safe and easy to do and doesn't break any country laws. And the point, though, is we just need to work out exactly whether we do it quarterly or 6 monthly or yearly. We'll work out what the best way to do it, that is, over time. But the short end of the stick is we are going to be sharing 50% of the net profit that Playable Games makes each year with the node owners. So this phase 2, so phase 1 was coin distribution, that's the first 10 years, and phase 2 is company success sharing. So 50% of the Playable Games net profit shared with node owners. So the goal is that all profits generated by the company will be tallied, and 50% of the net profit will be distributed equally amongst the 50,000 nodes. The remaining 50% will be retained by the company for growth and development. And that allows us to keep the company going, pay all the staff, and obviously run into the long, long future. One of the things I've learned, and being older gives you an advantage of seeing how things work over a long period of time. It's very hard to make something big and beautiful in a short period of time. That's almost never an outcome. Anything that's fast and big quickly dies fast and big. Normally, things of good value and strength take time, and they actually build up better and better over time. And what we want to do is give Playable time to actually keep going. In 10 years, we're going to have a really good foothold, but we want to actually have much more time after that to keep growing the company. So where will these rewards come from? The first place is blockchain transaction fees. So $1 fee on millions of daily transactions on our Avalanche subnet. The second part these rewards are going to come from is in-game marketplace revenue. So every time an NFT is sold, every time someone buys a boost, every time someone buys gold for a game, transferring of large sums amongst the blockchain, whatever transaction's going on, there's going to be a transaction or an NFT happening to make that happen. And that's going to go into the rewards. The third way we're going to do this is with SaaS and AI tools. So as we actually build out our AI and our tools for building games with that we're going to share with developers, when those are sold and licensed and rented by these developers, that revenue will go into that pool to be split as a 50% of the profit. So this is something that old man Smithers wanted, and I think it's just a brilliant idea. He wants to reward the early investors in the nodes with a little bit more than what the normal node owner gets. So from now on, nodes are going to be grouped into cohorts. This is to organise the rewards and participation. So the cohorts are only going to affect the bonus coins. They don't change the base plan that we've got, which is the normal node rewards. They're just the additional rewards. So at the moment, we've implemented nodes that are on and nodes that are off. Any nodes that are off for the day don't receive rewards for that day. At the moment, they just get split equally amongst all the node owners. So we're going to start, the first cohort's going to be the first 7,000 nodes. And that first cohort one is going to get the most coins of that pool every day. So the next 8 cohorts are going to consist of 5,000 nodes. The last cohort will be 3,000 nodes. So 10 cohorts in total. And to qualify for bonus rewards, your node must be online and active. The bull coins allocated to inactive nodes are now going to go into the bonus coin pool. And all active nodes will receive a share of that bonus coin pool, but it will be allocated depending on what cohort you're in. So if you've bought early in these first 7,000 nodes, you're going to get the most. If you buy last in the last 3,000 nodes, you're going to get the smallest part of that bonus reward. You all 50,000 nodes get exactly the same daily rewards that are built into the blockchain, but we're going to have an increasing share for the cohorts 1, 2, 3. So the further down you go, the less you'll get. But we're going to have an opposite one running for NFTs and bonus rewards. So, and that's to help the people that are joining later get more value in what they're buying as well. So we'll explain that more later as it gets more developed. But even cohort 1 and cohort 2 and 3 will get some of those rewards as well. So they'll get the most coin and they'll also get some of the NFT rewards. So as the new cohorts are added, the bonus coin share of the node will decrease. So these later ones get less, but the later node cohorts will receive extra NFTs and bonus benefits that we're going to build out especially for them. So this is basically designed to balance out the incentives and make it, no matter where you buy your node, you're going to get a great deal. All right, so what could this actually look like? So what does this actually end up, is this actually just nothing or is it something? So we worked with AI to actually try and understand what the numbers are going to look like based on how gaming companies create revenue. And when we explained that we're going to have 30 games operational and there's going to be SaaS products and all this sort of stuff, the figures the AI came back were mind-boggling. But basically 2,500 transactions a day, 2.5 million transactions a day is going to be bringing in 930 million per annum. Other revenue from NFT sales and SaaS is an extra 43 million. So a total of $9,742 per node per annum. So that's, I believe, magnificent. It's an ongoing passive income. Now, this is just a hypothetical. We've got it written here very clearly. It's a hypothetical example. There's a disclaimer here. We're looking forward into a hypothetical example. I can't promise this is what's going to happen. It might be more. It obviously might be less. But what we're trying to do at Playable is include you in the long-term success of the company. And believe you me, there were some heated discussions amongst the founders and senior management about whether we should even do this, because obviously being a private company right now, it allows us to do pretty much whatever we want, whereas this is actually sharing part of the net profit. So it obviously includes the node owners in a much deeper level, and we're also going to have some voting rights coming that way as well. So why do we believe this is the best path for the company? The first thing is perpetual income. This model allows your node to keep producing rewards, making it what we believe to be the best and most sustainable node in the entire market. There's a simplicity and transparency, no complex stock market listing. So we actually went this way. We actually wanted to look at doing a proper stock market listing. And when we talked to lawyers and obviously the AI as well, the feedback was going that route is actually quite old-fashioned and not needed with the way that crypto's set up and the way that nodes work already. So the advice we received was do it within the node system. All right, and it makes it totally simple and it makes it very transparent. You can see everything, and we'll have the books audited and everything so you can actually see all that. Direct alignment, our success is your success. And that's one of the things I really wanted you to get, is that I really appreciate that you've supported this company, and I really appreciate that the node owners have funded this company. So I want to give something back that as we move into the future, the node owners really do gain something special. The more revenue the company and the ecosystem will generate, the more every single node's going to earn. I mean, it's just fantastic. This approach, so true to our roots, this approach keeps the value locked within our community. We don't want VC money. We don't want to go and borrow huge bank loans, all that sort of stuff. We want the whole company funded by the community, and for the community to get the rewards out of the back of that. So it's just the absolute best solution. So you're not just buying a node, you're now becoming one of a very exclusive group that are changing gaming and Web3 for the better. But the best part, you're going to share in the potential rewards forever. So other nodes stop working after a few years, ours evolve into a perpetual reward generating machine. So your node is your legacy. And this is our commitment to you. We're building Playable Games to be a legacy company, and your node is your permanent stake in it. The daily bullcoin rewards build your wealth for the next bull run, and the perpetual profit share protects it for all the runs to come in the future. So this ensures that the community that funded us will always be the community that benefits from us. So the next steps in the timeline, well, for now, we're going to continue building the ecosystem and the games, and obviously the revenue streams. You're going to receive your daily bullcoin into your nodes and the exclusive perks that come with it. Once we get to 2032, there's going to be a seamless transition. You won't even know it's happening, but the coin will obviously have stopped. We'll have all 50 billion coins out. And by the way, this is deflationary. The coins are deflating. We're burning coins. 10% of every transaction is being burned. All right, that's what's going to be brought in. So it's going to be like fantastic. The final thing here is it's forever. Receive this regular profit distributions as a core owner of Playable Games. So the work continues today. Every game we launch, every NFT we sell, every developer we onboard makes the future more secure and more profitable for all of us. Your job is to hold your node and enjoy the ride. Our job is to build an empire worthy of your support. And I think we're doing a pretty good job of getting that done. So I believe, and so does the other founders, this is the most exciting chapter yet. We're redefining what it means to be a node owner. We are now true partners, both of us sharing in the forever profits of the company. So I hope you find that as exciting as I have been to make it happen and to tell you about it. And I'm really looking forward to the future as we move into the end of this bull run and obviously the years after. I'm the old bull. I'm out.